This is the University of Michigan.
What a football game we're going to have here this afternoon.
Welcome to Ann Arbor.
You are looking live at a sold-out
103,000.
Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor.
The football game from Ann Arbor.
The nation will rock with the praises of Amazing Blue this evening.
Where we respect integrity and honor excellence.
The jubilation and cheering long into the night.
Here come the Wolverines.
We are loyal Wolverines.
Today, your football team is #1 in the country, and it's all right here.
Standing for Midwestern values, hard work, determination, and an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Michigan defeats Iowa for their third straight Big Ten title.
We are the best university in the world. Students and athletes and professors achieving at the highest level.
You better believe it.
This is our legacy
Go Blue.
and our future. We are proud members of the Big Ten Conference in pursuit of national championship.
Just won the national
We
championship.
have won more games than any team in the country. No one has won more. We believe in football.
Old season is over. It's going to be Michigan.
Championship football.
He hands off the shuttle course.
Michigan touchdown!
Touchdown, Will Johnson.
We shy away from no challenge or opponent. We bow to no man. We bow to no program.
Sinking the end zone.
We are Michigan.
The team.
Well, so after watching the ass kicking, we get to the matter at hand now, which is Michigan Dynasty. And you might look at this 11-0 versus 6-5 and say that we're just gonna roll Ohio State. I really don't think that's gonna be the case. I think this team just sims really poorly. At least they have in this dynasty for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't get why, but they have. And their Big Ten title hopes are gone. It won't be like a year ago. We won't have to see Ohio State multiple times down the road, which is a good thing. But our problem becomes is that even though we are 11-0, I'm not certain we have clinched a spot in the Big Ten championship game, and we'll go through a little bit of why. So there are 3 teams in the running for this right now. Oregon is a little bit more complicated, so even though they're second, we're going to skip past them for the moment. Illinois becomes the problem if we lose this game today, because it would go down to a tiebreaker of common opponents in conference. And the only common opponent that we have a chance to fall behind Illinois on is Ohio State today. Their one Big Ten loss came against Indiana. Indiana beat both Illinois and Oregon, teams that are looking to get into the Big Ten championship game. So that one's pretty cut and dry. If we lose today, Illinois gets the tiebreaker over us, and of course Illinois's got to win. Both Illinois and Oregon need to win today. Illinois's got Northwestern, Oregon with Washington. So there is some doubt here. When you go over to Oregon, in terms of common opponents, we'd get them there, and then it's a very complicated, down to like the third tiebreaker, and I'm not really sure who would get that. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where or how that tiebreaker would happen with Oregon. If one of those 2 teams loses, it doesn't matter. But if we lose, we open that door, and that is the last thing that we want to do. And then the final thing I want to talk about is just this Ohio State sim. And I know we just touched on it a little bit. Started off the year with a 1-point loss to Texas. Okay, I get that. Texas, good team here in game. They finish, at least at the moment, they're 9-2. in the top 25 in line for a playoff run. Ohio State rolls FCS Southeast and then loses to Ohio out of the MAC. That was the moment where it's like, oh boy. Oh boy. They take down Washington, and then they lose badly to Minnesota, and you could argue badly to Illinois. You're like, what the fuck? Well, then they beat Wisconsin. Then they beat Penn State, who's a good team in game. Beat Purdue. And they you know, I thought they were going to go on a run all the way through this and somehow sneak into the playoff, because after they beat Purdue, they were back to being ranked. They were like 24th, 25th, something like that. There was a real chance that they could slide their way in there. Well, then they lose by 4 to UCLA. That killed any thoughts of that. Then they needed to beat Rutgers to even make a bowl game, you know, assuming that we're going to beat them today. They're already bowl eligible, but they will not be going to the playoffs. And I mean, I guess look at their combined conference, or their combined opponent record, 80-52. It's tough, but man, oh man, there's some games on this schedule that they should not have lost, and they did. But it doesn't change the fact that this is a really talented team. It's not going to be like the Sim at all. I think we're going to have our hands full. Michigan and Ohio State underway, and a little bit pleased to see that there's no snow. I was a little bit worried about some bad weather. Last meeting 13-10. Don't really remember what the score was last year. I'd have to go back and look, but we beat Ohio State 3 times a year ago. In this game, the Big Ten Championship and the Rose Bowl. And I'm sure we'll scatter in some notes, reminders about those games as we go on. Justice Haynes back in. Had the week off against Maryland last week, trying to rest up, get a little bit healthy for this one. Jordan Marshall, the backup as always, if Haynes is unable to go the full distance, and there is not a lot going on. 3rd down and 7. Not much in the running game to start. 3rd down. Open on the play. Donovan McCulley in a 1st down. I was a little worried. A 3 and out would not have been a very good start for us. So from the 39, we'll go with Haynes again. And oh man, they are all over it. Caden McDonald, big 98. In there on that stop. Might have to be a Bryce Underwood day. I mean, if the running game is not going to get going. I mean, we're still going to pound it. Don't get me wrong. Out wide, not the greatest ball from Bryce, and it's incomplete. Intended for pre-score. 3rd down. See if we can get this out. Justice Haynes, he's got it. The block's not great. And the Wolverines. Uh-oh. Gonna be forced to punt. And, of course, Haynes is injured on the first drive. And that was the concern. You know, we were hoping that he was going to be able to take that week off and go from there. Doesn't appear so. Hudson Hollenbeck on to punt into the win. Oh, they returned that. What the fuck? So Ohio State takes over at the 14. Not a surprise. So Ohio State defense, the best we've seen all year. Fiend. 1st down. And it's out. Uh-oh. Big play on the first play for the Buckeyes. Up to the 31-yard line, a gain of 16 yards. James Peoples is the running back. I'm not sure if we're going to see Bo Jackson. Rayshawn Benny. A sack of Julian Sam. And that's good to see. Says Justice will return soon with a foot contusion. I'm not so sure we want him to, but at least Jordan Marshall should be able to go a little ways. 2nd and 17 after the sack. And that's going to get blown up to Jeremiah Smith on the outside. It loses 2 more. 3rd down and 19, and are we about to see an arm punt from Julian Sayin, perhaps? Might be the right call to bring pressure. We're not going to do that. We're going to play some coverage. Sayin looks. Benny is down. There's not a rush getting home. Missed tackle. Short of the stick. The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up. A clear fumble. Didn't see the number of who picked that up. I think it might have been Troy Bowles. Jair Hill, the one to force it on Claire, the tight end. Catch, move, wasn't even close to down. And the Wolverines forced the game's first turnover. Jordan Marshall in the backfield with Bryce Underwood. And Marshall up the gut. It's our best run of the day. Picks up 4. But at some point, Wolverines' passing attack going to have to get going. Really, the offense as a whole isn't off to a great start. Underwood going to scramble out. He'll pick up the first down and dive down, I guess. It wasn't the plan there. First down Wolverines to the 14-yard line. Oh, God, the backup, C.J. Hester, is in, and he's going backwards. Loss of 3 on the play. Gotta try and get something going downfield. I mean, Ohio State defense is so good. It's going to be tough. On the slant, it is caught. Frederick Moore in the game for whatever reason. And now 3rd down and 7. Marsh on the outside on a curl. Not really where I want to go. They got everything covered up. Well, the Wolverines should get on the board here. 29-yarder for Dominic Zavada. Kick up. It's good, and it's 3-0 Michigan. Can't fall into that habit, though. That's what the real team did today. Field goals will not win this game. It's points off a turnover, that's good. But, man, you want more. Zavada to boot it away into the wind. Returnable, of course, from the goal line. And decent return. At least for AI standards. The 25-yard line. Same as a touchback. And now 1st down. Michigan Stadium loud again. And Sayin. Moore was over there. That one thrown out of bounds. Can't complain about the coverage here early on. So 2nd and 10. And it's out wide. Jeremiah Smith in space. That is nothing but bad news. Crossing the 40 to the 42-yard line. Buckeyes are stretching us out here early. 1st down. Sayin over the middle. Watch out. What a quick strike to Brandon Innes. And here we go. Buckeyes on the move. Something we have been unable to do. Nice tackle there. Jayshon Barham needed it. That play looked like it was going to break big. So 2nd and 10. They got maybe half a yard on that. And on the jet sweep, it is Ennis again. And man, they are running their offense through Brandon Ennis. 3rd and 9. Do we trust our guys in press coverage to get it done? Let's hope so. Oh, I don't like this at all. 3rd and 9. Jeremiah Smith burned his man. They're going to go to him in the corner of the end zone. Knocked out of bounds. Zeke Berry. Big play. A lot of air underneath that football. Ohio State going to send Fielding out for a long field goal try, but he's got a 15-mile-an-hour wind in his back. Kick is up. It looks good. It is good. And we are tied at 3. Woo! As soon as I saw that play, I was just thinking, oh, God. Like, I ain't got a safety over the top of Jeremiah Smith. We should have a safety on either side of the field almost all the time. Cover 1 should not really be a thought. So 1st down, Michigan. The 25-yard line. Tight end Marlon Klein to motion. Oh boy. Well, that could have been a lot worse. We had the edge drop back. They never turned around, otherwise that ball's probably picked off. 2nd down and 10. And Marshall found a little bit of a hole. 2nd carry for Jordan Marshall today. Leaves 3rd down and 4. Not sure I was able to flip this play. I was not. Marshall, the blocks aren't there. 4th down, Wolverines set to punt it away again. And the more that we have to punt this into the wind, the less I like our chances here. Ennis on the return. He's past the 25 to the 28-yard line. Not a lot of James Peoples here early. And it's Sayin on the run. And he picks up a 1st down. I didn't know Julian Sayin did that. Well, all right then, to the 41-yard line. And there's James Peoples. Derek Moore saying no. A loss of 5. Back to the 35-yard line, Sayin to fire. He's got an open man, and it's Peoples. Down to the 35-yard line. Not getting home with the defensive line right now. It's been the bread and butter of the Michigan defense all year. This time, Peoples swallowed at the line of scrimmage after a gain of a yard. TJ Guy makes the play. Certainly field goal range for Ohio State. Well, they're thinking for more here. And there's the tight end. Max Clare yet again. And here we go. 3rd down and 2. 3 backs in the backfield. And no. I think they just handed that off to the fullback. 4th and 3, and the Buckeyes offense going to stay on the field. Not content with a field goal attempt. 4th down. Over the middle. It's another crosser, and they find Ennis and keep the drive alive. Julian Sayin, 9 of 11. He's already over 100 yards in this first quarter. Sayin. Ball popped up in the air. Nobody able to get there. It falls harmlessly to the ground. 2nd down and 10. TJ Guy got through. Sayin goes down. Big play. 3rd and 16. Buckeyes need the 10. See if the Wolverines defense can play some coverage. Rayshon Benny. They fire. It's overthrown. 4th down. The Michigan defense will force a field goal attempt again. Shorter one this time for Fielding, and he's 2 for 2. Buckeyes 6, Wolverines 3. Certainly not the start we envisioned. Deep kick. Moore gonna let it bounce. Woo! So 1st down Wolverines from the 25-yard line, blown up. C.J. Hicks off the edge. And that's really just the story of this first quarter. McCulley will at least make it 3rd and manageable. This is a Michigan team that has not struggled to run the football all year. Underwood to fire, and he finds Zach Marshall to the 44-yard line, and that's where we will end. Quarter number 1, the Wolverines down, but on the move, and finally found something downfield in the passing game. 6-3. Well, important to note with the quarter change, field flips, so now we've got some wind at our back. Marshall on 1st down gets 6. I just don't even feel comfortable trying to open up play action right now. Gonna have to get rid of this ball quick. Some pressure coming off that right side. Gonna look for McCulley. He hangs on and he breaks a tackle. Donovan McCulley to the 31-yard line. That is not what you expect to see from the Ohio State defense. 1st down Michigan. Marshall finds a hole. Running game showing signs of breaking out. 2nd down and 3. I really like this look, but you know Buckeyes defense gonna move. Marshall, odd little pickup there. He will get the 1st. There's a little stutter there in the backfield. Now we've got Andrew Marsh on a jet sweep. Man coverage, they're all over it. Marsh out wide. Andrew Marsh, 1st and goal. First time Marsh just had the ball in his hands today. Unable to find him in the passing game. Marshall on the run. Down to the 3. And wow, a double whammy in terms of the injuries on this. Starting tight end, Marlon Klein. And RB2, Jordan Marshall. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Ohio State in goal line. Got it away at least. Now dueling injuries. It's been a rough trip. 3 Michigan players down in the last 2 plays. And lucky for us, one of those was not Bryce Underwood, because he got hit hard. 3rd and goal. Pre-score, touchdown Wolverines! Big time stuff, and the game sees its first touchdown. Bruised ribs for Marlon Klein, but his backup pre-scored. Catches the touchdown, and the Wolverines lead. That was really encouraging to be able to see us move the football like that. I don't think I took enough off of this kick. This will go through the back of the end zone. Almost. And now the Buckeyes will look to respond. Empty look for Sam from the 25-yard line. And here they go again. It's out wide. It's Brandon Ennis. 5th catch of the game already for Ennis. He does not pick up the first. I'm not going to get overly aggressive here on this play. Not going to send too much. Handoff. Peoples. First down. 4th carry of the game for James Peoples. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing all year when you look at Bryce. He's got to learn to not fire the fastball on every single play. Jay-Sean Barham. Again. It's guys like Barham and Ernest Hausman that this Michigan team needs badly to eliminate. Oh, gee. Whoa, play action. Down goes Sand. It's a sack for TJ Guy. Man, I thought we were going to get beat up the middle there on that. That was actually the linebacker staying home doing a good job. I got fooled by the handoff. 3rd and 16. And it's a screen. And it's going to be blown up a little bit. And guess who? We just talked about him, Ernest Hausman. This game is close as you'd expect it to be. Woo. Short kick. Marsh, the fair catch at the 38-yard line. We do have to remember that, that's not exactly the thing like last year where the punters were just asked for no reason, that he is kicking into a 15-mile-an-hour wind. It wasn't the greatest kick anyway, but the wind certainly didn't help it. Marshall is back in. Fought his way to at least pick up a yard. He actually got 3. Marlon Klein down again. Yeah, like I said, story of the season. Certainly got to be an off-season focus. Development. 2nd down and 7. Marshall, well, able to fall forward for a couple. It's a good job on that. 3rd down and 4 from the 44. First quarter owned by Ohio State. 2nd quarter so far, all Michigan. And I waited too long, and pressure was coming in. We'll be able to punt this one away. So I don't know about a sky kick. Maybe put some backspin on it and hope for the best. Hollenbeck. All right, get in front of that. Whoa! Ohio State, I mean, they're going to get a ball at the 24-yard line. It's not ideal, but they're lucky that didn't hit an Ohio State player in the head. That bounced back into a crowd. Well, maybe don't do that. Haven't had a punt like that happen all year. Saying out wide. Michigan D just kind of lost Jeremiah Smith. 2nd down and 4 from the 30. Peoples the back again. And he's got it. And he's got the first. Knocked down by Zeke Berry. I think it was Barham that got the initial contact. First down to the 37, and it's Sayin on the keeper again. I swear, I didn't watch a ton of Ohio State this year, but fuck. He's got that going for him too. 9-yard pickup. And Barham, nice tackle, but not before the first down. Couple yards shy of Michigan territory. It's a big drive here for the Buckeyes. Sayin with time. Oh, and he finds Peoples in the flat. Nobody on him. TJ Guy was closing in. It's a really nice play just to get that out there. And now first down. again. Oh, in the backfield, Peoples. Swallowed up by Damon Payne. First time his name's been said today. Everybody on this defensive line has made a play outside of Derek Moore, really. Oh, we almost saw a big hit there. Rod Moore knocks the ball free. It's 3rd and 14. Rod Moore's made big plays against Ohio State before, and a big one just then. Because they can't kick a field goal from back here. Not into the wind. Saying, with time, dumps it off, and Brandon Ennis out of bounds, and Ohio State get a punt. He had more space. He had a one-on-one. He could have probably fought for the first. Oh, wow. Talk about a coffin corner punt. Oh my goodness, that is inside the 1. Marshall, Jordan Marshall, waits for a block. Out past the 20, the best run of the day for the Wolverines. Can't let it happen if you're the Buckeyes. I think we're taking a chance here. Play action. Underwood might be in some trouble. Extending the play. Thrown up. Swatted away. I needed to put more zip on that ball. 2nd down and 10. To the flat. Frederick Moore. Hard to call that the flat, but this is certainly the hardest I've needed to try to win a football game on the year, so commentary is a little spotty. Thrown, caught, Zach Marshall, 1st down Wolverines. We're making stuff happen on crossers, so is Ohio State. Although they've gotten away from it here in the 2nd quarter. And Marshall, out wide. Not as much as it should have been. I thought I had more blocks down there. We didn't. Goes down as a 2-yard gain, and even Jordan Marshall really banged up. And here he goes. Marshall again. He got a block. He got a couple. Marshall inside the 30 as he nears 100 yards, and for a running attack that got nothing going in the 1st quarter. That shows you how dominant the Michigan rushing game has been here in quarter number 2. Quick little dump off the pre-score and incomplete. 2nd down and 10. I love to be able to find Marsh here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Underwood on the run. And Bryce Underwood, ton of space. Underwood cuts it, and he's inside the 5. A little bit too far out, I think, for a fullback dive. Who the fuck? We got Volker in the game at running back? Man, we are really digging deep here. We lose a yard. Goodness gracious. 2-minute timeout has been reached. So 2nd and goal. A screen play to Hester. It's out there. Blocks are okay. Touchdown Wolverines. CJ Hester plays for UMass, but he's scoring touchdowns for Michigan. For an 11-point lead as we near halftime, Zavada up and good. A 10-play, 100-yard drive, and yes, again, don't forget, this drive started back inside our own 1-yard line. We're going to try and sky kick it. I honestly want them to return it. I hope they don't make me regret that. Guys are downfield. Uh-oh. Well, no, that ain't good. That ain't good. Ends the same as the touchback anyway, so I guess no harm, no foul on that. So the Buckeyes, 2-minute offense. What do they got? Might really unleash Julian Sayin here, and they hand it off on the first play of the drive. Stuffed up by Barham. Popped by Derek Moore. All that for a yard. Buckeyes with 3 timeouts! Payne again! I believe the 4th sack of Julian Sayin today. Sayin again. Steps out. Fires. Incomplete. Dropped by Jeremiah Smith. With 2 Michigan defenders on him. I don't know how aggressive we really want to be. Oh, man, well, the field position might dictate that. We got a chance at a return here. Marsh. A few yards shy of midfield. We don't have to do anything too crazy here to come away with points before the end of the half. First down. Gonna look. That's Marsh! Down the sideline and out of bounds. First real catch for Andrew Marsh. A little bit, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, that not good. Donovan McCulley was stuck in the same spot for far too long. That was nearly disaster. It's another hit on Bryce Underwood, which, again, is something we need to kind of figure out. Underwood slung down. Might just settle. I mean, do we want to settle for 3? I feel like we should wind this clock down as much as we can. Call a timeout and then go for this 3rd and 11. And we hope we don't regret that. 20 seconds to go in this first half.
Timeout, Michigan.
3rd and 11, just do not turn the ball over. I think Ohio State would probably burn a timeout if we don't pick this up. Underwood looks for some blocks. I tried. They actually look pretty content to just let us wrap up the half, and so we'll wind it down about 2 seconds. And kick a field goal to hopefully go up 20-6. So Zavada. Kick is up. Kick is good. 20-6. Michigan at the half. Really couldn't have dreamed of a much better second quarter there. Entered the second trailing and leading 20-6 at halftime. Zavada will boot it deep, and Ennis to bring it back. Michigan back to kicking into the win. Usu Boateng with the tackle at the 21-yard line. Sun setting at Michigan Stadium in Ohio State. Let's see what they got here. Out to Ennis again. He's been their guy. It's not Carnell Tate. I don't even see Tate on the field. Have it all game. Jeremiah Smith, a slim contributor. There's Ennis again. 16 of 22. I mean, almost half of Julian Sayin's completions are to number 1. 3rd and 1. Benny was in the backfield. It's still going to get blown up. Peoples breaks free. And it's still 4th down. Woo! McGuire. Boots it. Man, maybe he's just not very good. Fair catch by Marsh at the 34-yard line. Not the start Ohio State needed out of the locker room. 1st down, Hester. Nada. 2nd carry of the game for CJ Hesters. We're down to RB4 now. 2nd down and 9. Underwood doesn't have the speed to get to the edge, and we lose a yard. That's CJ Hicks again. Not the first time he's made a good play today. Underwood again. Looking. There's nothing there. Could have dumped it off once we started to scramble, but at that point in my mind, I had made up my mind that we were going to scramble. Didn't work. Hudson Hollenbeck punts it away. The Gunners are nowhere to be found, leaving Innes space to return this past the 30-yard line. It is the lack of rushing for Ohio State that is just such a one-dimensional offense. Saying to fire, he's got a man! James Peoples, the Michigan defense just lost him. Nobody within 15 yards. 1st down. Sayin dumps it off. And that was Clark on the catch, and he's injured after the hit. From the safety, Jaden Mangum. It's his 3rd catch of the day. 2nd down and 1. And Peoples back to the 31-yard line. Ohio State offense that is yet to find the end zone. Is this 4-down territory for them? 3rd and 2. So much for that. Sam sacked again, and it's Derek Moore. Such a poor decision. You got to keep yourself in field goal range there at the bare minimum. Marsh will let this bounce, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. So Michigan from the 20. Plenty of time for the Buckeyes if they're able to get their shit together. Whoa, here we go. 1st down. Somebody tell me how to pronounce his name so I can stop calling him Micah. He had a little juice in there. Underwood. Oh, what the fuck was 9 doing? He just let Underwood pick up the 1st down. The 45-yard line. Play out. Oh, bang. 4th Ohio State sack. That play never had a chance. Sonny Styles hasn't been a big contributor today. It's a very solid run, however. Giovanni El Hadi down on the play. 3rd down. It's probably a little bit more than we need. Samaj Morgan gonna make the play. Flag down though. Oh, this is gonna be against the Buckeyes. Offsides on Igbinosun will decline that penalty. According to that, we'll be without El Hadi the remainder of the game, and who knows how long after. Yeah. Bruce Sternum confirmed there, out for the remainder of the game, and that's our best offensive lineman. What is that going to do? 2nd down and 8. Underwood scrambling again. Looking for a block from Marsh. Got one. And Bryce Underwood is inside the 5 again. 79 yards on the ground for Bryce. First and goal. Thrown end zone. Touchdown! Zach Marshall. I don't know how he found it, but he did. Getting to be desperate times for Ohio State. I thought we'd see more out of this Ohio State offense, and there have been flashes, but it ain't going how you'd expect. What a beautiful look at Michigan Stadium, by the way. Sunset. Oh my goodness, Brandon Ennis just got popped. And I mean, if you're the Buckeyes, you also don't need to be bringing those out. Now wide. Bowles couldn't stop Peoples. First down, and now another Michigan injury. This time it is Barham, who's had a really good game. The more players go down, the more it gets dicey. Oh, great read. TJ Metcalf on Brandon Ennis. Barham to return soon. Enter Jimmy Rolder in the interim. Second down and 8. And it's saying they set up a screen. Metcalf, we could have had him. Jeremiah Smith will pick up the first down, and Julian Sand crosses over 200 yards passing on 20 of 26. It was the third quarter a year ago that really took Ohio State out of this game. And a drive like this in the third quarter this year be the one that gets them back into it. Second down and 2. Derek Moore was trying to find his way in. Nice tackle in open space. Zeke Berry, another injury for the Michigan defense. Starting corner Jair Hill. More pieces continue to fall. First down, Ohio State. Peoples. Barham says no. Zeke Berry temporarily. Yeah, I mean, he's cornerback number 2 anyway. Second down and 11. And dumped off over the middle. Guess who? Brandon Ennis. 10th catch of the day. Third down and 2. I think this might as well be 4 down for Ohio State. I don't know if a field goal does you much good. They'll throw. They find Ennis. No, that's Smith. Jeremiah Smith with the first down catch. Certainly a slow burner of a drive for the Buckeyes. And downfield, Smith again! Oh my goodness, how did he break out of that? To the 15-yard line. Jeremiah Smith becoming a bigger problem as this game goes on. They'll hand it off. Donaldson picks up 6. The Buckeyes get this inside the 10. That's the first run for C.J. Donaldson today. And then they go 5 wide. Ohio State unable to find the end zone all game. They run it with Sand. And man, we have not been able to stop the quarterback run. Julian Sand, despite having negative 8 yards, a lot of that lost on sacks. He's made some plays. First and goal from the 4. Peoples to the 3. 14 carries, 12 yards for James Peoples. He's in the backfield again on second and goal. Play action. Saying out wide. Peoples Touchdown, Buckeyes. I think of all the games that we played against Ohio State last year, 3 of them, this one most like the Big Ten title game. It's shaping up a lot like that game. Pretty dominant from Michigan all the way through that until the 4th quarter, and it took a 4th down stop with zeros on the clock to deny Ohio State the Big Ten title. Underwood steps up again. I think we got to be careful in doing that. It's certainly, we're certainly begging for a fumble, I think, the more and more that we run with Bryce. Well, we're going to do it again. He'll slide down just shy of the 1st down. It's a very important 3rd down and inches here. And man, Ohio State just stacks the line. Jordan Marshall, the back. He's back in the game. Marshall, I think he got it. Yes. 1st down, Wolverines. So we'll get this inside of 40 seconds. Take this to the 4th quarter. We'll hear Mr. Brightside one last time here at home this year as it's Marsh again to pick up 4. Michigan gonna head to the 4th quarter, up by 2 touchdowns on the Ohio State Buckeyes. But some momentum on that last drive. This drive right here, very important. Oh boy. This is what the game is, right? Fourth quarter, Michigan and Ohio State. 2nd down and 6. Marshall backwards. I don't think we need to run that play again the rest of the day. 2nd and 6 to 3rd and 11. I like that a lot. There is Zach Marshall, 1st down Wolverines. Up to the 50. Should be a run-heavy 4th quarter for sure. Marshall to move. He got 9. And that is a 100-yard game for Jordan Marshall when it looked in doubt, because we weren't sure he was going to come back. 2nd down and inches. Hester, 1st down and a little bit more. Really has been the quarter change that has flipped momentum as this game has gone along. 1st quarter, it was Ohio State. 2nd quarter, us. 3rd quarter, you could argue Ohio State. Underwood steps up, dives down again. Even Bryce Underwood is nearing a 100-yard game on the ground. And I think we have to credit the Ohio State defense for that, because they've done a great job in coverage downfield. Marshall! 1st down again. To the 16-yard line. Make this a 3-score game again. It gets tight for Ohio State. Marshall looking, end zone! Touchdown Wolverines! Certainly not over yet. So Ohio State offense is talented enough, and their defense is talented enough to come back in this game. But that's a 5-minute touchdown drive on 11 plays. That's big. Oh, we got the win. So this will be deep. Off the crossbar. And now probably the most important drive of the game for Ohio State to give themselves some hope. Sayin to the flat. Brandon Ennis again. 2nd down and 2. I wonder if it's just because Ennis is the guy that's getting open. The focus may be on Jeremiah Smith. Moore is in there! And a sack again! If it was last year, College Football 25, Derek Moore probably would win the Heisman. But it's a different game. 3rd down and 9. Sayin needs it. To the flat, they're going to pick it up. That's a big play for Ohio State. Even the game doesn't know who that is. Sayin again. Plenty of protection, and he's got a man. I don't know who it is still, but that's his 2nd consecutive catch. I don't know where number 15 came from. He wasn't in the game all day long. And he's off the field now. 1st down, Buckeyes. Moore, the little lob. Oh, lucky that wasn't intercepted. Mangum was in there close. Couldn't even see it. I mean, we don't see shadows like this at Michigan Stadium all that often. Out wide. Oh, and a broken tackle, but it didn't pick up much more. 300 yards passing on 30 of 37 for Julian Sayin. Mistake-free. Oh, a quick one. 1st down, Brandon Ennis. The one turnover the Buckeyes had, the fumble. First down. And out wide, Jair Hill powered through. James Peoples still takes the loss. Troy Bowles, who had the fumble recovery earlier. 2nd and 14, screen pass. They got some blocks set up. Not good enough. 3rd and 10, and I mean, just nothing quick happening with this offense, man. Feels like they're burning a lot of time. Sayin hit hard, nearly picked, 4th down. It might as well be 4th in the game for Ohio State. From the 29-yard line, Sayin lobs it up. I paused the game. That ain't good. Touchdown, Buckeyes. I went to go try and intercept the ball, hit the pause button. Porter, the touchdown catch, and Ohio State is not dead yet. There's the deep strike, man, that they have been searching for. I don't know if I make the play anyway. Felt like a good ball. 33 of 41 for Julian Sayin. Extra point, good, and we're back to a 14-point game. Well, we'll see what a rushing attack for Michigan looks like. Marsh, short kick, fair caught. He will take the 25 again. Marshall. Oh, hello. Wasn't really where I wanted to go, but that picks up 7. Burning a lot of time from this point onward. 2nd down and 3. Marshall up the gut. I don't think he got it. 20th carry of the game. For Jordan Marshall, 135 yards. And 3rd and inches. I do not love the look, and that's blown up. Oh boy, Bo Atkinson. So, I might put some backspin on this again. Didn't work out tremendously before. This is actually going to get fielded. We didn't get enough of this. And here comes Ennis. Breaks out a 1, and Ohio State takes over at the 32. We got a game on our hands. Big house not as loud as I would like it. Thrown, caught Jeremiah Smith down the seam. And into Michigan territory already. Sayan's going to throw for 400 yards in this thing. It really is just a matter of time. Sayan, back, scrambles out, and just fires it away. He's able to extend that just like a second more. Maybe he can find Peoples out of the backfield. Doubt remains for Ohio State, and here is Sayan. I don't know what the fuck he just tried to do. There was a Michigan player down, I think TJ Guy. 3rd and 7. Obvious 4-down territory for the Buckeyes. Sayan launches it deep. It is knocked away. Jair Hill gets a hand on it with 4.5 to play. Down 2 scores. Sayan directing traffic. 4th and 7. He's got Smith. He's got Smith. He goes over there. Incomplete, and the Wolverines take over. Oh my goodness. That is a big time bullet dodged, unless the safety got hidden in the shadows here. Take a look at what he's got with Jeremiah. Oh, I see. So Smith actually was coming in here. He didn't have him. Because right here, this looks really goddamn good. And if I'm Jeremiah Smith, I'm going to continue onward. Oh, my God. Four and a half left. Mission remains the same. Burn clock. Even if it means taking a loss, you can take about 2 minutes off the clock here. That's okay. It's house money for Michigan right now. 2nd down and 13. Marshall. Handoff. Marshall! 3rd and 1. No timeouts for Ohio State yet. CJ Hester enters the game on 3rd down. And stopped. Short. I would love to be able to go for this, and that's what the game wants me to do. I think we play field position here. Even though it means giving the ball back to Ohio State, I guess we could try a 64-yard field goal. But I think the punt is the right call here. Hollenbeck. Angled toward the sideline. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's pretty good. Out of bounds at the 11. Now a quick strike here by Ohio State, which hasn't really been a thing. They run it. They run it, and it might just work. Peoples down the sideline and up to the 37. And Ohio State going to bring the tempo. Gotta get this snap off. What are we doing? Sayan! He finally snaps it. He fires. He has Jeremiah Smith with a move, and he's down inside the 30. 8th catch for Jeremiah Smith, and here come the Buckeyes. And this tempo offense for Ohio State, keeping Derek Moore off the field. Sayan fires. He has Smith down to the 1. You can't keep that man down. They're not going to get a snap off before the 2-minute timeout. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Michigan playing with fire. Peoples in the backfield. They go to him. Touchdown, Ohio State. James Peoples, we are not done yet. The obvious choice for Ohio State. Fielding, good on the PAT. And we have a 1-score game late. To say this is just like the Big Ten title game from a year ago, man, it is really trending in that right direction. Samaj Morgan wasn't so worried about the yards, just felt like that was a great opportunity to burn some seconds off. And Ohio State going to burn their 3 timeouts, you would assume, here on the next few plays. Marshall, it's a good run. Got about halfway to the line to gain in an attempt to seal it. 2nd down and 6. Slippery Rock score just announced. Jordan Marshall, we had it. And now Marshall is down. It's a 3rd and 2. Oh, boy. Pound the rock. Mike has had some big runs today, and it's in his hands to try and seal this one. Oh, and the play is blown up. Timeout, Buckeyes. And they're going to get the ball back with a chance to tie. Hollenbeck boots it away. There was some thought about not returning that. Oh, we had him. Innes gets to the 27. Jordan Marshall is out for the rest of the game, so we better hope that the defense can hold strong. Minute 37. 1 timeout? How did they keep a timeout there? Did we go out of bounds? Uh-oh. Peoples tackled inbounds. And the Buckeyes will hurry to the line. What a game for Julian Sayin. They fire over the middle again. It's Brandon Innes again. And they're making some good time. And clock stops with the 1st down. The Buckeyes continue to roll. Sayin fires. Intercepted! Ron Moore! Michigan is going to survive. It was the first mistake by Julian Sayin all day. And the Wolverines beat the Buckeyes in the game for the 2nd consecutive year and march on to the Big Ten championship game, 34-27. So now we get the fun part of some season records. TJ Guy breaks the national single-season sacks record. That's fun. What else do we got? Bryce Underwood set the Michigan single-season passing yards record. He certainly didn't need to throw a lot in this game, but did just enough. There it is. It's not exactly a surprise So everything, it looks like, worked out as expected, and Oregon is through to the Big Ten championship game, and man, that's a tough matchup. That's a really tough offense, and they've had a much better season in-game than Ohio State, so we might have a new biggest test. We do, of course, have to remember that last year, we did play the Oregon Ducks in the regular season. With Dylan Gabriel, man, that high-powered Oregon offense, they were really good. And that remains the only shutout in Michigan Dynasty history, which is confusing. It was confusing at the time, but able to pull that off. I certainly suspect it will not be like that. But it's Michigan and Oregon for the Big Ten championship, which is a weird sentence to say. Oh, yeah.